So welcome to Sacred Sunday Breath of Love session. We are in the final week of a series that I entitled The 8-Week Alchemist, you being that alchemist. And today's session, the theme is freedom, 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 freedom. So I honor you. I welcome you. I appreciate your presence and your attention just now. Whatever got you here, I'm grateful for that. And I encourage you to keep welcoming yourself into the space as my words will flow for a few moments before the simple guided meditation. And then we drop into the freedom playlist to serve your spirit, to serve your mind, to serve your heart, to serve your body, to serve you in any way that you may be willing to be served today, with the theme of freedom being front and center. Front and center. The idea of this series has been for you to gain more dominion and authority, sovereignty, awareness of your abilities to shift energy, to transmute energies, to become aware of them and not to fall underneath them, but to get right with them, with your breath, with your presence, with your awareness, and to move with them, to dance with them, and then let them be. It's not easy, this healing work, this work of integration. Most people opt out of it because it can be very confronting. To bring all this into conscious awareness is one thing, and then to integrate it is a completely separate thing. It requires strength of heart. It requires the will to be ready for your fuller self to be here, which means that you have to grab a hold of your little self, your small self, your traumatized self, the one that has been through so much of the human drama and the human suffering. And it's simply not that easy to do, to grab a hold of those parts of yourself, pull them into your heart and continue the journey. But this is the work. And I'm grateful that you're up for the challenge, whether you're here in real time or listening later in the library. Freedom, when I was thinking about what to offer, my gosh, I don't know if you all are aware of this gentleman, this Austrian gentleman, born in the 1900s, Viktor Frankl. What an incredible soul this was. This gentleman was a psychiatrist. He was also a medical doctor, a neurologist, born in the century where the energies at play had millions and millions of people losing their lives, battling for freedom, being acted upon, being controlled, being murdered. This gentleman went to 3 concentration camps in a matter of 4 years, lost a wife, was forced to abort a child, lost a mother, lost a brother. I think he had 1 living sister, ended up marrying again, having a daughter, and ended up losing that second wife. This gentleman wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning. And this gentleman went on to serve the spirits and the hearts of so many people, helping them understand the power to choose. The last of man's freedoms is the power to choose his or her response to any given situation in any given moment. So I'm not sure who you listen to when you listen to advice or the guides that you have or the people that you admire, but Viktor Frankl is one of those people that I find to have lived in such integrity. And he was gifted. He was an academic, but he was also a very strong soul and walked the talk. Anyone who's not only survived the concentration camps, but came out and thrived after such horrific insults and injuries to the human system, I just find completely remarkable. Completely remarkable. So these are the kinds of people that I listen to. These are the kinds of people that leave an imprint on me that I want to lean into what they have figured out along their journey. So maybe Viktor Frankl, or doing some research around him, or understanding a little bit more of who he is. Let me see if I can find beautiful quotes from him. So I was looking him up today. Yeah. This is Viktor Frankl. Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. It's another quote that I really appreciate that can be applied daily to interactions that you're having and inside your own self, inside your own spirit. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. So he's pointing to your ability to take dominion when something happens, some stimulus, whether it's as severe as being imprisoned in a concentration camp, or as minor as somebody crossing a boundary with you in a day-to-day interaction. You have the capacity to pause, to feel, and to choose your response to whatever it is that's at play. You also have that inside your own consciousness. So I just find him to be completely inspiring and wanted to highlight him. I've highlighted him before in the times that I have sat with you all. I wanted to highlight him again today as a profound teacher, pointing to our freedoms that are inherent. This is an inherent freedom. And also in this class today, I wanted to ask you to contemplate, when you feel free, where is it that you feel free inside of yourself? So maybe in this moment, just pause, gently close your eyes and consider, are you feeling free currently? Do you feel free? And notice what happens with this question. Do you feel free? Are you feeling free? Is there constriction that arises? Is there expansion that arises? Are there memories? Are there insults? Are there injuries? Are there recent conversations that pop up? Noticing. And maybe also considering, when was the last time that you felt truly free? When was the last time that you felt free? What does that mean to you? There's not judgment here. This is an inquiry, an observation of yourself. And to understand that freedom is inherent, and understanding that there are constrictions in this human drama that feel like they impede our ability to experience freedom. Maybe it's relationship, maybe it's grief, maybe it's anxiety or depression, maybe it's financial, maybe there's a friendship on the rocks, maybe there's something physical that feels like it's really got a hold of you. If you keep spiraling down and in, beyond all of that, beyond the mental constrictions, beyond the physical impediments, beyond the emotional tightness that may be present when you consider freedom, if you continue to spiral deep down inside of your true experience, you will find yourself uninhibited, unimpeded, spacious, and expanding. This has been my experience, and this is why I have highlighted this, and this is why I do this breath of love practice, so that you can know that to be true for yourself. This is the invitation today.